Hello everyone! We are at the Great Smoky Mountain National Park and we're in a really special section of it called Elkmont. It's got a campground and it also has one of the most fascinating pieces of history that I think you can find in the Smoky Mountains. Now this area has actually been settled since the 1800s, but it wasn't until 1908 that a lumber company decided to start the town of Elkmont. Now, in 1910, they started selling off parcels of land to fishermen, hunters, and people who just wanted to be outdoors. Now, that opened the floodgates, and by 1912, there were multiple cabins and houses, and also 2 hotels. Now, this became a magnet for the wealthy business owners in Knoxville, Tennessee, where they would come here and spend all summer in their cabins at the hotels, just soaking up wonderful, fresh, cool mountain air instead of baking all summer long in the hot city. So there would be parties, there'd be dancing, music, hiking, fishing, hunting. There would be picnics, barbecues, everything you can imagine. And I think it's fascinating that people that knew each other would come and enjoy a whole summer together, basically vacationing until the end of summer, and they had to go back to work in Knoxville. Now, in 2016, me and Mitch came here and took a bunch of photographs of all the cabins that you could go into and look at. However, recently the park has been demolishing those cabins due to safety issues, which were becoming, very dangerous for people to walk into, and some people were even squatting in them or staying overnight. So we kind of came back to see what the difference is between the pictures we took back in 2016 and now. So we're going to show you a little bit. Hopefully we can find some remains of the cabins, and then we're going to take you to Daisy Town, which is a part of the Elkmont area that the National Park Service decided to preserve so that you can still go inside the cabins and look around. So let's go ahead and start on our journey. And we're now going to take part of the Little River Trail to show you some of the remains of all those cabins that used to be here. So it looks like the National Park Service has taken down quite a few of these cabins. We actually went to one that was sitting right inside here. And I also wanted to show you, look at this gorgeous tree. Oh my gosh, to have that tree in your front yard right here would be a dream.
Oh wait, give them some scale.
Oh yeah. Let's do some scale. There's Mitch with that beautiful tree. Look how gorgeous. If I could just pick that up and put it in my yard, I would do it. But yeah, there was a cabin right here, so we know they've taken down some. You can barely make out the chimney right there. We'll try to get a little bit closer and see what we can see. So here's a little bit of a closer view. You can kind of see that chimney peeking up through the brush right there in the trees. So there was a cabinet here at one time that also had these 3 awesome trees right here that would have been great. And then you can also see where they used to have a stone wall around. I don't remember if it was around like their yard, but you know what? I'm actually thinking, I think we walked through here and then they had their little courtyard right here with this wall. And then right here you could come through the door. And now all we have left is the stone patio and that beautiful chimney poking up through the trees. And now we're going to go through this little gap in the rock wall where I believe we found other cabins that was in this general area. Yeah. Here you can see a bridge that used to connect some of the trails. because there were cabins over here. A lot of them would line up along this creek right here, so you could have fresh water and you could have that nice cool breeze coming up off the water during a hot summer. Here's another shot of that beautiful stone bridge crossing over this little creek, and you may barely be able to see. There's a bit of a chimney right over there. Hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit closer. And we can get closer. What a beautiful area to have had a cabin here. You can see there's still some remnants of the little stone walkway that they would have had leading up to probably, I'm guessing, their front door. But now, here's the only remains of what was once a beautiful cabin. Oh, look at the steps. Yeah. Steps to nowhere now, but maybe went to their door. Actually, what's interesting is look at the difference between the height of the trail and what would have been their floor. Yeah. Now, some of you may be wondering, how did these houses either A, become a national park, or B, get in a national park? And it's actually really fascinating. So in 1934, when the National Park Service came and decided to designate this land as the Smoky Mountain National Park, there was a little bit of a problem because you had residences here and people were actively using them. So the Park Service decided not to make Elkmont a part of the national park at that time, and they gave each person a lifetime lease on their house. Now, that actually ended in 1992 when some of the last residences were kind of trickling out, and a lot of these buildings were falling into disrepair and becoming dangerous even back then. So they decided to go ahead and revoke what little leases there were and go ahead and incorporate all of this into the national park. They were going to tear the buildings down, but then decided that they were so historic and so unique, they put them on the National Historic Register. Now, they did fall into even more disrepair, which is why in recent years, like I said before, they ended up having to tear a lot of them down. But there's some that, like I said, they're working on, and those are the ones that are going to be able to preserve part of the history and show people how cool this area really was. We've got another really great tree in front of the front yard of another cabin. Oh, I can hear the river already, so I know this cabin had a great location. And again, only the front steps and a chimney remains. Wow. And look at this. Okay, so here is the chimney right there. And look what was in their backyard. Wow. How beautiful. This would have been a fisherman's dream right here. I imagine whoever lived in this cabin came down here quite a bit to sit by the river and cool off. In the days before air conditioning, this would have been an absolute godsend. There's the steps to their back door. So I guess we're just gonna climb over it to try to get to the other side of this trail here. We do have another chimney coming out of the forest. So how lucky. This too would have had a beautiful view of the river. And I imagine at night they would have left their windows open to get that really nice, cool river breeze and fall asleep to the sounds of the water rushing over the rocks. What a wonderful life. And we did manage to find their back steps. So here we go. They would have had a nice little stone trail with these cute little steps leading right to the river. And now this cabin would have had some neighbors. Here we have another chimney poking up out of the ground. Some of the wall is still remaining. We have some stairs, part of the flooring, I think. And then that pink structure right there is the Spence cabin. Now that cabin has been completely restored by the National Park Service, and you can rent it. Now me and Mitch was going to go over there, but they're actually renting it right now. Someone's in there, and so you're not actually allowed to go up to it while it's in use. I think out of all of them so far, I think I might have chosen this cabin. Just with that awesome tree in the front, kind of guarding the place, and then you've got that beautiful river right behind it. Okay, so Eagle Eye Mitch found this one electrical pole still standing right there that would have given electricity to all those cabins that are no longer standing back there. All right, we found this other little walkway, and we think this might lead to Daisy Town. You can see where there used to be a gate right here, yeah. How wonderfully peaceful it would have been to be ensconced in these woods like this. Just listening to bird song and the river. I definitely would have had no complaints coming here summer after summer. And now we're at everyone's favorite part of Elkmont. This is Daisy Town. And the National Park Service has made a concerted effort to preserve these cabins, repaint them. Looks like they've done a lot of repairs since the last time we were here. We'll show you some pictures of what we had before they started. But this looks so good. You can go inside these cabins and tour them, and I highly suggest you do if you come to the Smoky Mountain National Park, because this is a real treat. Here they've done a little rendering of what Daisy Town would have looked like with everyone coming here to vacation. And what a vacation it would have been. Oh, I would have loved this. They've done such a good job, haven't they? They look so different and so good. And you'll notice too, you have little welcome signs, whereas before you had do not enter signs. But they're letting you know that this structure is safe and you can enter and look to your heart's content. Oh, how fun. What a beautiful cabin to stay in. And you'll notice you have open windows here at the top to let in as much cooling breeze as possible. And here's my favorite part, the kitchen. We could have done so much cooking in this. Oh, what a beautiful, fun little kitchen. Oh, I didn't even know this was back here. So you have a whole other room with a fireplace. And I think the last time we were in here, this one was not as dangerous as some of the other ones, but it was getting kind of scary to go inside, so nice and sturdy now. And I love this one because you have a vaulted ceiling up here to let in as much breeze into these rooms as you possibly can. And light.
Windows up there.
Oh yeah, you've got so, oh, look how fun. Oh, there's a little bathroom. Ah, there it is. Still has the tub and the toilet. I love the porch on this one too. You've got these long planters in the front that you could fill with flowers and herbs. Have this nice screen right here. Would have been a fun little community that you could have made. Coming to visit your friends every summer. Having so many activities outside you could do. Look how cute this one is. I love the porch on this. This is Creekmore Cabin. Oh, this one's a nice one too. Oh, what's in that little door? Oh, this is the bathroom here too. Still got the little tub. And let's see if we can't find the kitchen.
Oh my god.
We always have to find the kitchen. Okay, we've got, I think this was probably the dining room.
Yeah.
Look what a cute view you would have had. And then we've got the little kitchen.
Oh man. I'd be claustrophobic in here.
I know, it's small, but it's cute.
Yeah.
You have a nice view out there. I love how these cabins are kind of like put together. You know what I mean? Like in an odd way. But
Yeah.
somehow it still works. Okay, we have another one with some little stone steps. Oh, I love the little bookcase in the wall. That's nice. Looks like they preserved some of the original floor right here too. I'm gonna guess this is the bathroom right here, behind this little door. Yep. Oh, we've got the original parquet floor here. And a little kitchen. This is so cute. What I like about this one is it's right off the back porch. What a nice porch. You can still hear that creek. There's the back of some of the other neighbors' cabins. I'm guessing a lot of neighborhood community meals was made in these kitchens. And then maybe they just all set up tables outside and had like a big picnic. That's what I would have done. Okay, we've got another one here. Ooh, I see a pretty fireplace in this one. Oh, this is a nice living room. You know what I like to imagine? I like to imagine that they had like chairs and tables in here. And then in the evening, they would invite their friends over, maybe for cards, games, some food. Be a really nice way to spend an evening in front of the fireplace. Now, where's the kitchen in this one? You have a crazy view. Look at this, the Now, I don't know if the vegetation would have been this close, though, to the houses. I imagine that, like, things like this would have been cleared off. So maybe they could have had a better view of the creek. You got an old bed. And I'm guessing kitchen's gonna be in here. Oh, you know what? I bet this was the washer dryer hookup.
Yeah.
Okay, haven't found the kitchen yet. This house is a maze. Isn't it?
Get lost in this one.
You can. This is an odd layout. And you know what? I never saw an obvious kitchen, did you?
No.
You know what? Maybe that's not the washer dryer hookup. Maybe that was their refrigerator and stove. Okay, welcome to yet another cabin. Let's see if this one has an actual obvious kitchen. This one doesn't look as a maze as the other one. Ooh. Got a nice fireplace. Now this one I think you're gonna be able to see. Yep, there's the bathroom. Right in front of those big windows. I don't know if I would have been putting curtains on that. Oh, this is the kitchen. Oh, cute. It's got the original counters. And look at this backsplash. Oh, that is so cool looking. That is retro right there. You got a nice little space for your canned goods. There's where you could access your back porch. Maybe invite some people over, sit on the porch and talk for a while. Oh, looks like their little breakfast bar. Oh, that's cute. 'Cause look, you could have your breakfast, you know, or your snack overlooking the creek. 'Cause I'm sure this vegetation would have been cleared up. We've got a back porch with an old wash tub. And yet more porch. This one was surrounded. I like the fact that they, you know, this must have been screened in at one time with this door right here. There's your neighbors. All right, let's go into this fun looking little cabin. This one's pretty neat, if I can remember correctly. This one, yeah, this one had like a bit of a vaulted ceiling.
A little bit more of a cabin.
Yeah.
Traditional cabin.
If I were going to build a cabin or some type of little house like this, I would come to Elkmont and get ideas. There's your little bathroom. And look at this bedroom. You get a vaulted ceiling on this too. A really nice view though of your neighbor's house. That's one thing. These houses are really close together. I love this little fireplace with the two windows. And then here it looks like they're showing you what the original looked like before they refinished it. Oh, here it is. I wondered where the little kitchen was. I wondered if this cabin relied on their neighbors to feed them, but no, we do have a little kitchen.
And it's set off from the house.
And it is.
Cooler, yeah.
Yeah, so it kept it nice and cool. And look at that view. Oh, it would have been so nice to cook in here. We just noticed, we think this kitchen was an add-on. Now by add-on, that would have meant still decades and decades ago. But look at how it's kind of cutting off this window right here to put in this wall to get to the kitchen. So yeah, maybe they got in it, realized that, you know what, it's too hot to actually cook inside the cabin. Let's just move it out here. All right, we've got another one. This one looks really interesting. Look how much this floor is slanting though. Oh, look at the original floor. Wow, look how vibrant, even today, that still is. So imagine how like decades ago, how bright and beautiful that would have been. There's where the old wood stove would have been. I imagine this is probably, yeah, this is a bedroom. You've got your closet, kind of. I love those little windows right there. Everything was calculated to let in that mountain breeze. And then you got your bathroom here. Now before, me and Mitch was actually able to walk into the bathrooms, but they have them all locked now behind these little doors. Oh, wow. This is a nice porch. Look at that tree. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Oh, this is up higher than I thought. Look at this. Woo. Wow, what a gorgeous view though. And we have the kitchen. A little tiny pantry right there. And a beautiful view of your neighbor's roof while you're doing the dishes. I mean, at least it's kind of a pretty view, right? Yeah. Oh, we have another original. Look at man, they had some really interesting floors in this cabin. Imagine how bright this would have been. It's kind of made to look like a rag rug. That's really cool. I just noticed this. Look how cool this is. So you can open these little windows. I'm not going to because they probably don't want you to. But you could have opened these little windows by your door. So you can leave your door closed, but you can still get some of that cross breeze. This is one of my favorites. This little cabin, I mean, I'm not really sure who or like why it was built because you can really only fit one person. But look how cute and tiny this is. You have a little tiny fireplace. And I think, if I remember correctly, this might have been their bathroom.
Could have been the kids' cabin.
It could have been the kids' cabin, actually. Okay, yeah, there's where the toilet used to be. So this was their bathroom, and then you just had this one room. But how cute is this? But yeah, who would this have been for? Maybe just guests?
Or the kids.
Or the kids, yeah. Maybe you just didn't want them in your main house anymore. Would that have been a fountain?
Or a fireplace.
Oh, I bet that was a little fireplace. Okay. Oh, that makes this even better. Because, look, you would have had a really big tree right there. You could have had a little fire pit. And, oh, if I was a teenager, I would have stayed in that. And then you've got the main house right here. Because it looks like we're going to get a pretty cool little back stone porch here. Oh, look at that.
That was a tree.
Yeah, that was a tree. And they just ringed around it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at the corner cupboards. Oh, I love that. You got one right there. Oh, but these are so cool. I've always wanted a corner cupboard like this. Hint, hint, Mitch. Think we need to put his building skills to good use. I'm seeing some ideas here. Oh, wow. You have a large open entryway right here. Look at that fireplace. Yep, here we have the bathroom. Very nice tub in there. Now, remember I said that there were people still living here in, like, as far as 1992. So you can see the difference. You've got, like, the original wall, and then you have that nice 1970s paneling. We have another beautiful cabin here. I love that they kept the doors. Took the screen out, you know, but left the door so you could see what it would have looked like. Oh, this one's cute. Got a nice fireplace. Little closet.
That's probably a kitchen here.
And the kitchen in here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you got your bathroom right here.
That's a kitchen outlet. Oh, there's one too.
Oh, I'm sure they had to move the kitchen out, you know, as far away from the living spaces with all these windows. And you have this really bizarre little skinny door right here. I wonder if this was added later. It looks like it was just cut out of the wall for convenience sake, but not really like...
Part of the original plan. Maybe.
Yeah, not part of the original plan maybe, but... That's so weird. You have the cabin here with the back door that leads into this one. And then you go through here and there's yet another one right behind it. I wonder if this was like all the same family and the more family members that married into the family, they just kept adding little tiny houses to house everybody for the summer. Oh, wait a minute. Colonel Townsend's servants' quarters. Oh my goodness, so this wouldn't have been for family. This was for the servants? Oh wow, I didn't even know that was a thing. I mean, it makes sense, kind of. It was the wealthy that was coming here to Elkmont from Knoxville. So I guess, you know, in the Victorian, Edwardian eras, they would have brought their servants with them. Wasn't much of a vacation for the servants, I imagine. I'm sure it would have been a novelty and something maybe to look forward to, but it would have been a lot of work too. Oh, this one's really neat looking. This house looks like it might be a bit of a maze too. Let's go and check it out. Oh, look at how big the windows are. Oh, look at the fireplace. You can tell what I'm fascinated by in this video. Fireplaces and kitchens.
Yeah.
That's what I gravitate towards. Look at these cool doors too. You got some fancy doors going out to your deck. Got a nice sink here. Place for all your pots and pans. This must have been, wait a minute, is this a dishwasher?
I bet it is.
Can you open it? No, that wasn't a dishwasher, was it? What is this?
Oh, that might be a water heater or something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe that is the water heater. Okay, I thought they got fancy and got a old dishwasher, but probably not. Maybe this is just the place where you did your dishes and wished for a dishwasher. I love this little alcove right here. You need
It's funny because it sticks out the other side.
Wait, does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. It does.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's hard to do in a modern house with insulation and stuff, though.
Oh, that's true. I was going to ask you if you could do that for me in one of our, like maybe in the kitchen or something, but yeah, I forgot. We've got a little bit more of some modern conveniences that would nix that idea. Oh, this one's cute. Look at the detailing on the porch. Mm-hmm. That is so neat. I'm so glad they preserved that. Wow. And we're at number 11. Look how thin these interior walls are. No insulation here. Mm-hmm. Oh, what's this? Oh, look here. It says it's built in 1910. Oh, wow. Okay, so you can see they're kind of detailing who owned it. And you can see here, their lease ended in 1992. And then this cabin was forever held in preservation by the National Park Service. Oh, I remember going in this one. I've got a picture of that floor.
It's a weird hallway too.
It is such a neat. Let's I want to show this to you again because this is so cool. Look how this little hallway winds out. You've got this little shelf here. You got your bathroom to the side. So then you come out here. There's a little door. Wait a minute. Here's the original door. Yeah. Oh, wow.
And that was a door. Both to that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so you just close that to get to your, or for privacy, for your bathroom.
Some privacy.
Some privacy.
The ceiling.
No. You got another little alcove here. Oh, look how bright. Oh, this is a great kitchen. That's one thing about these houses. While you were cooking and doing the dishes, you could always be looking out the window to see what your neighbors were up to.
And they could be doing the same.
And yeah, while they look at you. Oh, I like this room a lot. Look at your view. Got the whole forest in your backyard. You've got, I bet this was like a little writing desk. I would certainly do watercolors or write letters right there. You've got this great fireplace. What a fun house this is. So full of like nooks and crannies. And you kind of never know where it's going to lead next. We've got number 13. Let's see if they know who owned this one. No, I don't see any paper, do you? Nope. But we do have a really cool fireplace. And I love these windows. They've got like a little double pane action going on. That's really cool. But we've got some rims. Look at the giant tree right outside your window.
I guess it keeps the neighbors from looking in so easy.
That's true. Oh, look, it's got the original like shelf paper on it. I don't know if you can pick that up or not, but wow, does that ever look 1960s? Look how bright that is. And then we've got some original flooring down here. That looks about 60s, 70s. We have another fairly large room. More of those beautiful double paned windows. And then we have the kitchen. Oh, this one's a cute one. You have more of that shelf paper like we saw in the closet. And then you have part of the original flooring here. All right, we've got one more cabin on this last row of Daisy Town houses. Ooh, I see a beautiful fireplace already. Oh, wow. Look how, oh, this one is really neat architecturally. Look at that vaulted ceiling. And now remember, a lot of these were built in 1910 and then updated throughout all the decades. So we're seeing some really unusual architecture as things were added on through the years. Look at how beautiful this was. Ah, I'd set up an easel right there. You could just paint all day. I guess if you want to be more practical, you could put your like dining table right here. Is this your bathroom?
One little toilet.
One little toilet? Oh my goodness.
I didn't know I'd shut the door on you.
Oh wow. This is my favorite part. This is the best, I think, out of all the cabins. This little corner right here. How neat. And this must be, yep. Oh yeah, we still got the stove.
Wow.
Wow, that's an old one. You got your sink, which oddly is not centered at the window. I would have rather had it out here so I could look out. Look at that, you got your windows up there so you can open and get that breeze going on.
You want to get light, natural light?
Yeah. Oh, this is a great cabin. And that's the last house of Daisy Town. Alright, that was Daisy Town. I absolutely love these little houses, as I'm sure you were able to tell. But there's another trail, and I think there's yet another preserved cabin on it. So we're gonna go ahead and take that one and see if we can find it. Now there you can see Daisy Town, and if you come straight over, you're gonna see the James Creek Trail. That's where we're going to go up to look for more ruins in that one preserved cabin. Okay, this isn't the preserved cabin, but you can still see their little gate and their little fence that they had. And then, of course, all that's left is just part of the fireplace.
You can look up through there and see several more.
Oh, wow! But look at how close their neighbor would have been. There were so many cabins up and down this little area. And now all that's left is just a chimney to tell you where it used to be. Oh yeah! Look, you can see right there, another little chimney.
Another one behind it?
And another one behind it! Oh my goodness! This was a popular road then. And I can see why, because look what would have been in your backyard. Wow, how cool. Here's your front porch. You would have walked into the house. I'm sure this was the living room right here. Wow, and then you could keep going and you had your neighbor right here. Oh my goodness, and there's yet another one right behind there. So this was a whole row of cabins.
Huh. I wonder why they got boards on the tree. I wonder if that was like it extended.
Oh, that's weird. Huh.
Did they have a deck that went out on
Yeah,
the tree?
so you can see right there, there's boards on that tree. Would that have been part of their deck?
Another one.
And then we have the other neighbor. Oh, look what would have been in their backyard. Oh, wow. Oh, this would have been great to come down fishing, have a picnic. Look how beautiful that is up there. You can just come up here and relax on a hot summer evening. Maybe even get in the creek a little bit, depending on how hot it was. But here I am on this, and there's that chimney. So yeah, and another chimney over there. So they had a really great location. Oh my, I don't know if you can see very well on the video, but here's one fireplace. There's another one.
There's another one.
Where?
Like this side of the fireplace?
Oh my gosh, there's even more. Okay, we need to go down there. Here you can see even more ghostly remnants of cabins that used to be here. There's a really tall one poking up through the trees way over there, if you can see it. Okay, we just wanted to show you Jody and Hal's house. That isn't there anymore, but at least their names and the steps into their probably living room still stands. I'm guessing that right there would have been the fireplace, and they had them a little cabin right next to that creek. So if any descendants of Jody and Hal are watching this, let me know if you ever got to stay in this little cabin that used to be right there. Okay, we've got a big cabin right here. Look here, they had a stone retaining wall. They had, looked like a little stone wall around their courtyard. And then you got that beautiful fireplace. And this one was actually right across the road of Jody and Hal's house. So maybe if anyone ever got to stay in this cabin, maybe you knew Jody and Hal. Okay, I'm really excited because I think we found the other preserved cabin. We had to walk a little ways to get to it. Oh, maybe not, but it's at the end of all this long row of cabins that we've been showing you. So I see some roped off areas. I wonder if we're even allowed inside yet. Wow, okay, so you can see right here, preservation at work. Here's a better view of it, but I just wanted to show you why they chose to preserve this one. This house was actually owned by Colonel David Chapman, and it says here that he was very important in the creation of the Smoky Mountain National Park. Okay. Now, right across from the work going on in this cabin, we have some remains of cabins that were taken down. But there's some interesting things over here. But look at this. What was this?
I don't know, maybe a basement?
Oh, maybe it was a basement. Oh, I bet it was. Oh, how interesting. Oh, it's so quiet. Wow. Okay, yep, I bet this was a basement to a house that's no longer here. So thanks for coming along with us, and we really hope you enjoyed looking at Elkmont, and we hope that you one day get to come here in person because it is well worth the trip. So thanks for coming along, and I hope you have a really great rest of your day. Bye!
And if you like historical cooking and unusual cookbooks, here's 2 more videos you might enjoy. And make sure to like and subscribe for more foodie adventures.